Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Omotil. In my YouTube channel, I do cutting and sewing tutorials, pattern drafting and DIY. If today is the first time you are coming across my YouTube channel, you are highly welcome. And for my returning subscribers, I say a big thank you to you all. In our today's video, we'll be making this beautiful kaftan you are seeing on the thumbnail. If this is what you are interested in learning, kindly watch till the very end, and please don't forget to subscribe, like and share my videos and drop comments in the comment section. Thank you. So let's dive into today's video. You fold your fabric into four. As you see me doing in this video, I'm trying to iron it out so that our work will be very easier. So you fold it into four and you give it a very good press. So the next thing to do is to measure out your shoulder line, and from the shoulder line you come down to where you want the sleeve to start from, which is the bust point. I'm using my own bust point for that, and I measure the full length of this gown. The full length I'm working with is 61 inches. So at that bust point, I measure my hip. The hip is the biggest circumference of the body. I measured the hip, I divided it by 4, and I added 3.5 inches to it. So I did that to the end part too. The same thing I have at my bust point, I do the same thing at the end part, and I connected with the straight line. So after that, I make a slight curve at that point to meet my sleeve, my round sleeve. At the neckline, I make use of 2.75 at the neckline. For the width of the neckline, 2.75. Note we are cutting both the front and the back together, 2.75. The shoulder I'm working with is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. And from that 7.5, I measured out my sleeve length. The sleeve length I'm working with is 12 inches. So whatever you want to use your desired sleeve length. And at that point, I came down by 1 inch slope and I connect it back to the neckline. So I'm coming down by 1 inches. That's for the back. Note we are cutting both front and back together. I came down by 1 inch. That's the depth of the neckline for the back. And I'm as well using it for the front also. So now I'm cutting out, and I added 0.5 inch for shoulder joining. So I've cut it out. This is what you should have. So I'm trying to open it up. So the next thing to do is to join your shoulder by the 0.5 inch allowance. So after joining the shoulder, I've joined the shoulder, you open it up this way. At that shoulder part, you give it a very good press, as you see me do in this video. Give it a very good press. You iron both sides. Can you see? So after that, you take one piece of the fabric. So that side I'm ironing will serve as my front. So I'm working on that now. Since we cut both neck the same thing, I cut the back and front neckline the same. Now I want to measure my front neckline. So I'm using 2.75. 2.75, the same width I use in cutting the back. So that's the same thing I'm measuring from the neckline down to the hem. So I've gone ahead to cut it out. So I'm using that piece to cut another plain fabric that I'll be adding to it. So the next thing is to notch the center back. After notching the center back, I've given it a very good press. This is how it should look like. So the next thing now is to measure from the hem part. You measure it all around to the other side to the neckline. Whatever you have, you use whatever inches you have, you use that to cut the main fabric, the black fabric you are seeing me. So I've cut mine and I added half an inch to it. So I've notched the center. You have to join this fabric because the length is lengthy, so you have to join the fabric so you can have the actual measurement you want. So this is the band for the sleeve. I make use of 2.5 unfold. That's the length, while the weight will be determined by your round sleeve. So by whatever you have on your round sleeve, that's the weight you'll be cutting out. But the length I will make use of is 2.5 unfold. So the next thing is to open the sleeve and you place the band. You place the band right side of the band on the wrong side of the fabric. The right side of the band on the wrong side of the fabric, and please notch the center of the band. Notch the center of the band. Just watch carefully what I'm doing on the video. So the right side of the band facing the wrong side of the fabric, then you sew it down and turn it to the other side. So after doing that, you top stitch on the main fabric. You top stitch on the main fabric. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to explain on this video. So after sewing on the band, you top stitch on the main fabric and now turn the material on the fabric. So I've gone ahead to do that. This is what you should have. I've done one part of the sleeve. So let me show you the other side. And I've given it a very good press. So this is what I'm trying to explain. After sewing the band to the wrong side of the sleeve, you sew it to the wrong side. So you open it up and top stitch. Let me see, and top stitch on the main fabric. Then you flip it on the sleeve and give it a very good press. Then you sew on it. So the next thing to do now is to shape our dress. So you cut out the excess you have. So I'm shaping this dress with half an inch. I'm doing that to both sides. So after that, this is my band. When I measured out the front, I have 66.5. So you do the same, whatever you have, that's what you are cutting out, and I've added an interface into it. So the next thing is to measure our neckline. You open it up, you fold it into two and you open it up this way. So let me show you how to measure the neckline. And you see, you place your tape on your neck this way. Make sure your head can pass through. Make sure your head can pass through it. If you see that it's too tight, you can adjust it. If you feel like it's too loose, you can do the same. So as for mine, I make use of 24.5. So from that center back, so I'm dividing my 24.5 into 2. I'll be having 12.2. From the center back, I measure down my 12.2, and at that point, that's where I'm starting my sewing from. So that's why you should iron your material when sewing. Can you see the crease at the center? So I'm going to sew from that 12.2 at that center. I'm going to sew to wherever I want my slit to start from. As from this client, she doesn't want her slit to be too open, so you stop it there. For mine, I will be from the end part, I will be working with 12 inches from the head end part. That's the slit she wants. She doesn't want the slit to be too open. So you start your sewing from your neckline to wherever you want your slit to start from. Are you getting me? That's where I'm stopping my sewing. So after sewing, this is what you should have. I've done that. So, and I've given it a very good press. So I turn it to the other side. This is what you should have. Can you see what we have? That's the slit at the front. This is what you should have. And please, at the neckline, you fold it into two. At that center back, you fold it into two and measure out inward is 0.75. Measure 0.75 inward and just give it a little slant. This will enable your neck part to sit very well. It will sit well at the neck area. So then you cut it out, as you see me do in this video. So the next thing is to place our collar on our dress. We are almost through. If you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe, like and share my videos, comment. This will help my algorithm and it will encourage me to do more, please. And those people that need this video will be able to come across it. Thank you. So the next thing is to place the collar from the center back, the notched area. From the center back, you take it all to the end part of one side, as you see me do. Then you do the other side also. So let me do that and I'll come back and show you. So, and I've hemmed the down part also. This how our beautiful dress is coming out. Can you see how beautiful this is looking? Can you see? Please give this video a very good thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel if you want more videos. Thank you.